So my favorite thing to do when I get an old tool like this is to disassemble it. And all of these old, when you get one that's been kept nice, it all just pops apart. But is to check out all the old lettering when they assembled it, because some poor bastard had to stamp this, and then look at all the machine marks and all the tells. They got a chowder mark right in there. So, and I'll show you, they got little hardened nuggets in here. We'll check this out here pretty shortly. Okay, so this is your centrifugal flywheel. This is the dog side. And you can see it's marked A, B, C, D. And then these are your hardened little nuggets they put in there. They drilled a round hole, and then somebody came in here and hand ground this to be a cam and this side to be a hammer. They could be in a little bit better shape, but they're gonna do fine. They've obviously been running for over 100 years, and they're probably gonna have a light duty the rest of their life. But that's pretty neat. Somebody stamped A, B, C, D. So all in their nice letters. I mean, gosh, if I look at some of the letters we've stamped out in our shop, they're not that nice. So, and this machine was cared for, so I mean, we got a little bit of galling on the shaft, but it's a low RPM shaft. It's probably grease. So I'm thinking some of this pattern right here is to hold grease. That's obviously a score, but this is kind of a grease holding pattern. And then they did a braze weld on this locking brake, so that broke somewhere back when people actually fixed things. So it's been fixed for a long time. And yeah, so cute little press. Just gonna go over the locking dogs, make sure those are good, and then I'm gonna give it to the college. Okay, so I pulled the main shaft out because I just couldn't help it. So we have this. This is what keeps it in line in the body of the press. And there's a bolt that goes in the side. So this shaft was actually kind of wandering. I was kind of pushing on it, and somebody had taken the bolt out, and then this rotated out of the way, and then they couldn't find the hole again, and then it ended up backwards like this, and it was just a mystery. So we got it all apart. So how your hammer engages, you have this knife which goes up around and behind, and it pops this dog back all the time until you push the foot pedal. It slides the knife out, and then it slides your dog out, and a dog goes in the flywheel. A flywheel carries the shaft around, and it gives you a hammer stroke. So over here you have your eccentric. You have everything's really nicely machined. It wasn't abused. We do have a little bit of galling here, but we'll pack it with grease, and it looks like a good machine to me. And another thing, so number 27, right? So when I take a machine apart, especially one that's in the early 1900s, 1800s, everything that they made for this particular machine, this was machine number 27. And how we can tell, that's 27. This retainer cap, 27. Every part on this machine is number 27. And so you got number 27. I always think that's neat because my lathe back there, when I disassemble it, every part is labeled with a nice ornate 5. So I've got machine number 5 on the production line. Maybe they made, a certain number of machines that month, but that was 5. So everything's traceable back to this machine. They probably had to hand fit everything. This might be pre Joe Block. Every shop had their own standards. So yeah, this is neat stuff.